Welcome to The Proof, the program powered by Africa Check, the continent's leading fact-checking organization. My name is Judith Ativi. I'm your host and I'm standing in for your regular host, Dashin Usman. Today we'll be looking at a controversial claim that is making the rounds online, that US President Donald Trump has branded Nigeria a threat to global security and is preparing a full visa ban. It's a message that has gone viral on social media, but how true is it? And what's really happening with US visa policy and Nigeria? Let's break it all down in this episode. Welcome to The Proof. Mukhtar Balogun, Africa Check researcher, joins me to get into this conversation. Mukhtar, it's good to have you on the program. Let's get started, shall we?
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Let's start with the claim. What is the viral claim circulating online about Trump and Nigeria?
The message that has gone viral on social media alleges that the US President Donald Trump described Nigeria's current leadership as a threat to global security. It includes a quote coming from Trump suggesting that no responsible nation should keep its doors wide open to corruption and chaos. Nigeria being the corrupt and chaotic nation, according to the Post. So the Post claims that this was in connection with an imminent US visa ban on Nigerians.
Has Trump actually made such a statement about Nigeria?
Well, there's no evidence that Trump ever made that statement. We have combed through official records, White House statements, and media reports, and it all came up with nothing. We found nothing to suggest that Trump referred to Nigeria or its leaders as global security threats. The quote appears to be fabricated to stir public anxiety.
People seem to have believed since it was reshared. Why are people so quick to believe it?
Many Nigerians are facing real frustrations, from rising inflation to corruption scandals over the high cost of living. And with the government, widely seen as underperforming, the idea that the international community might criticize or penalize the country feels plausible. And Trump, his reputation is, known for being blunt, often, harsh rhetorics on immigration, lend some sense of credibility to the fake quote for some. So it is, not far-fetched why some people would believe such quotes.
Mukhtar, I have to ask, what are the reasons Nigeria is under review by the US?
The reasons given by the US government are technical and administrative. They include a high number of Nigerians overstaying their visas in the US, concerns over Nigeria's ability to verify travel documents, weak passport security, and inadequate cooperation with the US in deporting Nigerian nationals who break US immigration laws. So these are long-standing issues. So they are not sudden development that has been developing for a while. So it is these reasons the US has given.
Thank you, Mukhtar, for those insights. I mean, at this point, is the visa review process connected to Nigeria's internal politics?
No, the US government has not linked the visa review process to Nigeria's political leadership or any sort of assessment of Nigeria's security threat level. The review is framed entirely around immigration, enforcement, and the US national security concerns, as it is related to documentation and border control, and it is not about whether Nigeria is chaotic or corrupt.
Mukhtar, are there any news from the Nigerian government? I mean, how have they responded to the US visa review?
Well, as one would expect, the Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Togar, expressed concern about the review. He called it a diplomatic setback, that could affect economic growth and regional stability. He also noted that Nigeria is taking the matter very seriously and working on measures to improve passport verification systems and cooperate, with foreign governments on deportation and documentation processes. Basically, he's saying that Nigeria, would improve on meeting the requirements of the United States government.
Mukhtar, we have to take a break at this point. Let's go on a break right here on The Proof. When we return, we'll look at the recent US visa update, Nigerians' reactions, and other related matters. Stay with us. This is The Proof, powered by Africa Check. Today we're looking at a controversial claim that is making the rounds online, that US President Donald Trump has branded Nigeria a threat to global security and is preparing a full visa ban. It's a message that has gone viral on Facebook, WhatsApp, and X. Africa Check's Mukhtar Balogun is still with us. Mukhtar, thank you so much for staying with us. What recent visa policy update has the US introduced in July 2025?
Nigerian visa applicants will now be required to submit additional identity documents and attend a second biometric interview before their visa is approved. So this policy does not amount to a ban, but it significantly raises the threshold for getting a visa. And the US has also introduced a visa integrity fee of about $250 for non-immigrant visa applications, and it includes Nigeria. So starting in 2026, this will be the case for Nigerians, and this is also in addition to the reciprocity policy for Nigeria.
Does that mean it's a reaction? What exactly does the reciprocity policy for Nigeria mean?
Visa reciprocity means that when a foreign country imposes a certain visa fee, validity period, or a number of entries on US citizens or sort of policies, the US can apply the same terms to citizens of that country. So basically they are saying that what you do to our US citizens will apply same to the citizens of your country, in this case Nigeria. So this ensures fairness and mutual treatment between countries. Most non-immigrant and non-diplomatic visa issued to Nigerian citizens will now be single entry visas with a validity period of 3 months. So those US non-immigrant visas issued apply prior to 8 July, when the new change was announced, will retain their status and validity.
Now, we know many Nigerians will be affected by this policy that we're seeing. How are Nigerians reacting to this new visa policy?
Many Nigerians are expressing frustration online, particularly students and professionals who rely on US visas for education, work, or conferences. And some feel they are being punished for issues outside their control. And others see the new system as a necessary evil in response to abuses within Nigeria's passport and immigration system.
And how has this kind of visa friction happened before between the US and Nigeria in the past?
Yes, thank you for taking us down memory lane with that question. So in January 2020, during Trump's first term, Nigerians were barred from applying for US immigrant visas. That policy cited national security risks tied to information sharing failures. It was later reversed by President Joe Biden in 2021. So we can say there is a precedent, for the US tightening immigration rules on Nigeria, especially under Republican administrations.
One would think it's just Nigeria, but are there other countries besides our country, Nigeria, under the US visa scrutiny right now?
Yes, the US has flagged over 3 dozen countries for potential visa restrictions under its updated national security framework. This includes countries in Asia, Latin America, and Africa that either have high rates of visa overstays, inadequate data sharing protocols, or weak identity documentation systems. And Nigeria, it has to be noted, is not being singled out, but we are one of the larger countries affected.
In the meantime, what should Nigerians know when they see sensational claims online?
They should remember that not everything online is true. False information is often designed to provoke emotional reactions, to trigger people. Before sharing, Nigerians should verify the source, check whether credible news outlets have reported the same information, and consult official platforms such as the US Embassy or Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Africa Check is also an excellent resource for Nigerians to look at. Can always send us messages on our social media platforms and WhatsApp.
Mukhtar, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for your insights. That will be all for now.
Thank you for having me once again. Thank you.
And that's it for this episode of The Proof, powered by Africa Check. If you have comments or a claim you want us to fact check, tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow News Central on our social media platforms. We're at News Central TV. And you can also check out our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. Until then, stay vigilant and stay informed. I am Judith at TV. Bye for now.